Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick, even though he's small in stature. Some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6", but as you said, he can move. First carry now for Jordan Howard. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Let's go. 18.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick six.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. On second down, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught at the 10. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, and even 50 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7th. He gets them a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Here's the first NFL carry for Rashad Penny. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Zoom.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Dumps that off to Penny, his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And again, it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Three and a half to go, first quarter. On second down, here's Penny. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. For the Bears last season, Charles, as they come out here, a 2-game improvement, but when you go from 3-13 to 5-11, not enough to save their coaching staff. So in comes 40-year-old Matt Nagy. He's the new head coach and seems to be bringing a new optimism with him.
Yeah, and you hate to put too much on the shoulders of not just a new head coach, but a second-year quarterback in Mitchell Trubisky. But this is the city of broad shoulders, and I think that he has them, and he's looking forward to working with this new crew. And similar to teams that really elevated with coaching changes, the Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champions, the Los Angeles Rams last year, I think that can happen here in Chicago as well because of the structure they'll put in place for this quarterback. Head coach who knows quarterbacks, offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, they will really work with this guy, and I think that this team has a chance to roll. On first down, they run with Howard. And able to get
get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. Run the ball after it. 18, 18. Blue, blue. Hey, 18, 18, 18. Red, up.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A good pickup there, a 22. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears will extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packers making their way out. As we look back to last year, I don't know that anybody foresaw how things would play out. Heavy favorites in the NFC North, but the injury to Aaron Rodgers that cost him more than half the season, ultimately too much to overcome.
And when you think about how Green Bay has played over the last 10 years, there's been a lot of sameness to them, and that's been good. Continuity, offense, defense, coaching staff. But a lot of changes in the offseason for Green Bay, especially on the defensive side of the ball. You'll see a severe shakeup there. But the best thing for them, Aaron Rodgers, still in a Green Bay uniform. 16 games from Aaron Rodgers always makes Green Bay a contender for a Super Bowl crown. When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 43 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Working from the gun. Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he's got this one down to the 10. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Hey, check 26. No.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Rodgers now operating from the gun. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rodgers now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through. And this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20. They go with Howard to begin the drive. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Hey, 18. Hey, 18. You see it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Here's Rodgers. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Rodgers now on first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Rodgers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Draw play. Rodgers to Montgomery. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Rodgers from the gun. He'll throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Montgomery, they'll run for it. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ty Montgomery unable to get to the marker. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
There you go. We got. You see it? You see it?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First touch of the game here for Benny Cunningham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Parkey's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Packers get set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, here's Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1, because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Trubisky to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. They go with Howard again. And he gets it down to the 32. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They pitch out to Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go, let's go. Hurry, hurry!
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Come on, come on.
On first, they go right back to Howard. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
On second down, Trubisky. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kenny Clark able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. Zoom.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. They needed 14. They got 15 here on 3rd down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
He dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Akeem Hicks in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down.
Come on, come on. Red, up. 18. Red, up. Red, up.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, gotta go.
Again, it's Howard. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big off.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. That's to his running back, complete. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This is Howard. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A give to Howard. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. On the toss play, Howard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's pulled in at the 32. They knew they were going to have great field position. Went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They run with Cunningham. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 14. Again, Cunningham here on the ground. And he's got to be frustrated. Bottled up for the 3rd straight play. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just about on his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
That's fine. Yeah. Jump up.
On first down, Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a second down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Graham. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Rodgers again now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on fourth down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bears, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.